What's going on, guys and girls? It's GhostRobo, and welcome back to some more Mortal Kombat 11. Today we're checking out all of the customization, with a K, that is currently in the game. These are the 7 characters that they had playable, and we're going to go through all of their gear, all of their outfits, all the different ways that you can mess with and make your own variant for your favorite character. We'll start with Scarlet here, who was my personal pick of the 7 we got to play. If you guys enjoyed the video and are excited for Mortal Kombat 11, definitely hit that like button. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of the customization and how you feel about them incorporating all of the gear and modifications that we saw in Injustice 2 and now being carried over, for the most part, to Mortal Kombat 11. It definitely provided some really cool battles, getting to see characters with different gear, different masks, and different skins, and then allowing you to pick your abilities and put together your favorite iteration of a specific character. I love the presentation here of how they zoom in and show you the piece of gear that you're modifying and then use some like action animation to bring you closer to what you're changing up. So giving Scarlet here this very evil dagger, and you'll see a real cool one with Scorpion in a little bit. And just to be clear before we get started, because I know it can be a little confusing sometimes, you're seeing a little WB sponsored icon on the screen. They made us put that on to identify that we were flown to the event. They paid for our airfare and our hotels, but the videos aren't sponsored in the sense of a normally sponsored video. Like, there was no money being given to make these videos. We aren't required to make these videos, aren't required to say anything. It's just kind of like the weird nature of disclosures, and they're pretty picky over there. So they wanted to say sponsored, even though it's not technically sponsored. It's more like they just got us to the event where we got to play the game, and then we can make whatever content we want, as much as we want, as little as we want, none if we wanted. I just wanted to clear that up because I know probably some of you are like, why is this little Warner Brothers sponsored thing on screen? Was everybody paid to say good stuff? No, it's just how they had us disclose things and be very specific, I guess. Even her holding her like blood canister here is pretty darn awesome, and seeing how they modify and change. And I'm sure there'll be many more options in the actual game. It looks like when you go to the selection screen, gosh, it's so cool when you rotate. I'm a little squeamish about all the blood in this game, but it sure looks very, very high res. Anyhow, when you go and look, you'll see at the character select, and we're looking through customization, it shows that everything is maxed out. Like, we have 5 of 5 gear pieces, we have all the different skins. I have to believe that in the full game there will be a much longer list of options. Even when you're selecting like the blood vial, you can see it doesn't take up a whole lot of that scroll menu, so there's got to be a lot more. This is probably just what they put in for this build of the game, but I wanted to make sure we got through absolutely everything, every character, so you're going to get to see all of them, from Garrus to Sub-Zero, and what they bring to the table. You get to pick your intro animation, your victory animation here, and swap through. I don't know if there will be more to unlock in these specific categories, but it definitely would be cool. From there, we get to go over to Fatalities, Brutalities, end of round taunts, and even the main Scorpion variation they had in this demo was called Boone's Main, and I thought that was just kind of because Ed Boon is such a synonymous to Mortal Kombat, they were going to give him sort of the name of the main Scorpion, but apparently that is not part of the main game. That's just something they put in for fun, so that's a nice little side note / Easter egg for you. The main game will not have Boone's Main as the main Scorpion variant. Here we are picking abilities, and I could see myself spending a lot of time crafting a specific character. Although I'll worry, like, am I smart enough to make the right build? But I guess it's more about what attacks you are most comfortable with and what you feel are the most effective. Here you're changing up the attribute points for the AI if you want to mess with how the AI of a specific character functions and plays. You can see here we can pick through the variations, see all the different gear, all the different augmentations, all the slotted little buffs we have. That's the part of this that I'm not the biggest fan of. In general, I want to know that my character is evenly matched with your character, and therefore I don't necessarily like to play with all the little modifiers like, ooh, plus 8% damage to this attack, and, you know, gives you 2% health back when this happens. I don't know. I know that can be fun, especially in more of like the single player challenge type stuff, and I will utilize it there, but when it comes to like competitive or even like local multiplayer, I don't want any of that stuff. And it's the same with Smash Bros. Like, I never mess with any of the spirits or any of the alterable stats when I'm fighting. I want to know that my K. Rool is fighting the correct Princess Peach, and that's that. I do really like these skins, though. Across the board, I think they did a nice job of giving you not only cool colors, but cool outfits as well. And it is by far the best looking Mortal Kombat, as it should be. But it really is a gorgeous game. The production values and the presentation, I think, are just stellar. NetherRealm absolutely crushes it, and Smash Brothers is my favorite fighting game, but it's such a different breed that I don't feel like it can really draw that many comparisons. But other than NetherRealm, like, who else does presentation at this level? I feel like from Mortal Kombat 9, 10, Injustice 1 and 2, and now Mortal Kombat 11, like, they just nail it. And it sounds like the single player is going to be super stellar this time around as well, and that they might mess around and kind of vary things up in some intriguing ways based on rumors I've heard. We'll have to wait for some official confirmation. I love Scorpion's gear. I mean, his ninja mask is super cool, and I think the options they have here are really nice. Picking his katana even are really cool, and I don't know, I just love how it like zooms in and gets you real up close and personal with these characters. It's going to be just a fangasm for all the people who are big Scorpion players, or whatever player you are. It sounds like Reptile was kind of mistakenly confirmed by the art director, and that's the one I like most. That's the animation right there where he throws out his spear, and then it zooms in and you get to pick a little Scorpion spear. I like that a lot. Sucks it back in, and we're ready to look at his skins. Let me know in the comments below who your favorite character is, and how you feel about the customization they provided for your favorite character thus far. I'm guessing a lot of players, your favorite character has yet to be revealed. I like that one a lot. The Wolverine skin, it's to the left of that white outfit. The Wolverine skin, pretty freaking sweet. That OG yellow and blue Wolvie look. But yeah, based on the 7 here, who is your favorite? I went through and I did all the fatalities that were unlocked and available in the game, because there were some alternate fatalities. Some characters did have 2 opened up, and you saw most of them in the trailers. There might have been a couple that weren't seen. I know like Scarlet's second one I don't think was shown in the trailer, and I got to utilize that. I also got a fair amount of brutalities. Maybe I'll make a video showcasing the goriest moments from the game, because it's pretty darn gory. And I mentioned this in my first video, like, it's a personal thing. I think the game is insanely fun, but I don't know, like, there's so much blood this time around, I can't help but not feel a little weird, and it would be disingenuous to just sort of gloss over and say, like, oh, I love all the blood, because I don't. Like, I like that the game is intense and true to its vision. I also like his little Jafar type staff there. It's more of a horse than it is a serpent, but still pretty cool. Raiden, very, very fancy this time around. Like him a lot. But yeah, there's a lot of gore. It's going to be so weird, I think, on Switch, going like, let's play Super Mario Party. Let's play Mortal Kombat 11. And I absolutely want it on Switch. I still super fingers crossed hope that it comes out day and date as the other versions. We got our New England Patriots Raiden here, ready for the championship weekend games. And then you can see he's got like a fatality crossed out. He's got his brutalities. He's got his taunts. Are you guys going to mess around with the abilities and messing with and making your own character? It's cool that they give you that option and allow you to like legit pick what they can and can't do, and where sort of the emphasis is. But I don't know, with stuff like that, I always feel like I might mess it up. And I know games super well, and I play a ton of them, so I'm sure I probably wouldn't mess it up. But it's just that notion of like, okay, the developers know best. They've balanced this game. I don't want to go in there and cause an unintended disadvantage or an accidental super advantage. And I'm sure it's not so much that it's going to ruin the experience one way or the other on the low end or the high end. I don't know. I kind of like knowing like, hey, they tested this into oblivion and made sure that this was the variant that would be like effective and fun. And I kind of sometimes just like to roll with that. But I do like to mess around with the cosmetics. Again, with a K. Baraka looking mighty fierce, also very lightly clothed here. His move, I'm not sure if we'll scroll by it, but he's got a move that can be amplified where he just literally like digs and digs and digs with his blades into the opponent's chest, and it is, you can double amplify it and get like just so many digs and so many stabs and so many spears. Let's go to Sonia, who was a big part of the reveal. Given that she's voiced by Ronda Rousey, they brought Ronda Rousey out, and people kind of freaked out about that. She was one of my least favorite characters. She's okay. I don't know. There's not a whole lot of options here, so I'm not sure where she'll fit in the grand scheme of the entire roster. But I'd say that her and Garrus were my least 2 favorite of the day. Messing around with her turret here, some nice little options, some very futuristic ones, and then some that look a little bit older or like something straight out of Metal Gear Solid. Her outfit composition definitely changes as you move through the ranks. She's got like a workout tank top outfit. She's got her full-on like knee pads and jacket. Some cool options there. People were very excited to find that Ronda Rousey was voice acting Sonia, which I thought was interesting. Let's check out her fatalities here. She just had like 1 brutality, so a lot of this stuff has to be just what they have opened up for this build of the game. The final version coming out in 3 months. They have plenty of time to add more or just at least unlock more. Maybe it's all done and they just wanted to give a very limited set. Some characters seem to have a lot of brutalities. Some only had like 1 or 2. Everyone got 5 pieces of gear in every category. I'm sure there's going to be more than 5 gloves for Garrus and more than 5 sand batteries for Garrus. So fear not, this isn't like, as far as I'm aware, this is not the maximum amount of gear. It's just what they wanted to highlight and showcase, and I think a lot of these are like legendary pieces, so there's probably going to be far more mundane ones. These might be the best pieces, but you're going to have a litany of more options when it comes to different gear pieces as we go, and it looks like there'll probably be more skin choices as well. You can see for every character, I think they had 8 open slots, and I'm sure those will be filled in, or at least more filled in than they are now. But let me know what you want to see more of from Mortal Kombat 11. I got more gameplay, and we can kick it with Baraka, or maybe you should do my favorite Scarlet. Already showed Scorpion and Sub-Zero. Those guys are up on the channel. If you want to see them, I'll put a link in the description. In the meantime, everybody, thanks so much for watching. Hope you have a fantastic day. Thanks to Warner Brothers for flying me to the event and let me play a whole bunch of the game. Until next time, everybody, have a fantastic day. Drink so much chocolate, and we will see you all later.